I want to give a shout out to one of my partners, Tickpick, best internet ticket website there is. Tickpick, no hidden fees. Click the link in the description box. You won't be disappointed. We made a Facebook post about fighters signing over their future purses with management based off of upfront money. Can you touch on that a little bit?
Just that a lot of fighters, they don't have money going into boxing and they don't really have a lot of finances and they want to have time to train. So what they do is they take money from people, and it don't have to be nobody involved in boxing. It'll just be somebody that's a business owner, and they'll take money, and then that person wants their money back. It's an investment. So you'll give a fighter $5,000 or $10,000, and they'll take 33% from the fighter. The person has a right to want their money back, but then the fighter is getting robbed. So in Julian's situation, I never let him do that. When he turned pro, he just struggled. If he needed help, I help him. But I wasn't going to spoil him, and I wasn't going to let him take a bunch of money from people and then have to owe somebody 33, 40% to 40% of his purse. And then when he do go make big money, he's coming home with no money. So now, the way everything is set up, he comes home with a lot of this money because he never took money up front. And it's nobody's fault, but it's the fighter's responsibility to not sell his contract down the drain for a small investment. Because if you turn out good, that $5 or $10,000 is no money.
Short term versus long term.
Yeah, it's no money. You're talking about 33%. Could you imagine giving somebody $5,000 and you get 33% of $1 million purse? That wouldn't make any sense. But it happens all the time in boxing. Yeah. So you gotta just
in this city.
I mean, you know what? That's their business. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say me and Julian are perfect, but that's their business. I just don't understand why guys do that with their business structure. It doesn't make sense to me. There's nowhere in any. I don't care if you're selling dope. Nowhere you can put up $5 or $10,000 and make 6 figures. But in boxing, it happens all the time because the fighters just. They
up the rights. Yeah.
Small, that instant gratification of paying their rent for 2 or 3 months makes them want to take money, and they don't care about what's going to happen in the future. And I just think that that's crazy. And with him, we just struggled. I got him jobs. I gave him money.
They don't want to work besides just fighting. Yeah.
So she worked construction for $100 a day. Give him a little bit of money. You know what I mean? Pay his rent. He got paid me back. But here's the thing. We was getting him fights.
Yeah.
So he was fighting. He was earning money. It wasn't a lot, but he was making money. And every fight you go up, $1,500, $2,000, $2,500, $3,000, and then you're moving up. And then eventually you never needed no money from me no more.
Yeah. And then you can stop working construction.
I mean, that's what he said, right?
That's what he said. I mean,
we're cool. I mean, I try not to get involved in his personal life too much, but when you're around somebody every day, you kind of get in their personal life. You know what I'm saying? It's hard not to. So I like, if he buy a house, I'd be like, that's a good property. Or sometimes he mess up. But you know the cool thing? He got the money to make up for all his mistakes. You know what I'm saying? No, I tell him if he messing up, I'm not afraid for him to fire me if that's what's going to be. You know what I mean? I'm not afraid. I understand that's how it goes, but I'm always honest with him. We got mutual respect. I'm 14 years older than him, so I done seen a lot of things before he's seen it. And he's doing great. I tell him to invest in stocks and do it. He got a big life insurance policy for his children. He has about, Jewel, how many houses you got now? About 6? See, you can't count me out.
He's not worried about it, right?
Got a lot of money in the bank, so I mean, he listens. He don't listen to everything, but he listens. Yeah. And
he said you guys sometimes
we don't really butt heads about personal things. Like he bought a house one time, and I told him that the house wasn't no good. He bought it anyway. And then he sold it. But we don't argue about that because I'm not going to argue with him about his personal life. That's his dad right there. So he has a father. So I don't do all of that. In boxing, we might butt heads because I want him to keep his weight down and things like that. But as far as his personal life, I'll just give my opinion. Like, yo, you should buy this stock or buy this bond. And then if he buys it, he buys it. And if he don't, he don't. I'm not going to fight over that because he's grown.
But
you know what I mean?
speak a little bit about that then, because you kind of did already, but just kind of marrying those two things, his questions together. What we were talking about for fighters who might be listening to this, right, and they're on their way up, where they go with their future and how they handle their money. You already mentioned like not signing deals with just any business partner who's going to give you upfront money. But then once you do make that transition, like you said with J-Rock right now, he's buying properties, they're investing his money well. There's a learning process there, like you kind of you alluded to. Just talk a little bit about that, because you both, I mean, it's not just him, you guys have gone up this ranks together.
We just, like, he told me that he wanted to invest in real estate because I had a lot of real estate when I started training him. So I said, all right, when you finally make some money, I'm going to show you how to do it.
Right.
So when he started making some money, about 2014 is when he first got his six-figure purchase. So he started buying. Sometimes he would buy make a good deal, sometimes he wouldn't. So then I told him, you know, you got to diversify a little bit, put a little bit of money in stocks. You don't want to put everything in real estate. So he started doing that. And then he had his first child, and I said, you got to have a life insurance for your kid. So people don't like to think about life insurance when they're 25, 26 years old, but it's important. Who wants to die and have your family setting up a GoFundMe? It happens all the time. So I set him up a good life insurance policy for his children. And then,
do you think like him having that willingness to even come to you and say like, all right, now I'm getting the money, I'm going to avoid the trappings of getting that money and then taking out advances without.
Well, see, here's the thing.
Let me buy a piece of jewelry. You know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, but let me just tell you
this. Do you think
this,
that's all from the beginning when he had to work construction and do?
Yes, but I think it's his personality also. Because I'm going to tell you what one of his fears is, and that's having to work after boxing. Who wants to spend all his time in boxing, they have to get a 9-to-5 job? So that was a fear of his. So he's paranoid about that. He don't want to have to work after boxing. He's 29 right now. We're going to retire him at 35. He's done. He's not going to be taking no punches at 40 and 50 years old. So we gonna retire him after when he's 35 years old.
I hear that all the time.
So he's
going
going
my gloves at 35, but you know as well as I know.
Well, we'll see.
And sometimes when you get to 35, those checks
we'll see.
are on a different tax bracket.
We'll see.
All right, fair enough. At least you're honest.
That's what my goal is.
Thanks, Brad. I appreciate it.